I had to set up my title and everything. Starting next week, the afternoon stream will only be Mondays and Fridays. And if I do any other streaming, it will be on at night here on Rumble, the AM hours. Now, I'm not going to promise every day like I've been doing in the past. If I do feel like it, I might. But I'm not going to promise that because I'm going to start scheduling my gaming. The two times I know I'm on a day are the afternoon time and the late night shift. Now, the late night shift is usually anywhere between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Sometimes I go to 4 if I'm really late. Like right now, I'm on late, so I'll probably be on late when I get through tonight. Like I said, I'm not going to promise every day. I don't really necessarily have a written schedule here. I actually got a written schedule on my Twitch. So, it's Friday. Getting ready to do some GTA. My mic is acting strange look-wise, that is. And I don't know how to fix it. I had to reinstall my thing last night. You know that thing that what's that called? The Real Talk adapter. And it has messed my sound up. Or it's different than it was. Let me go over here and get my stand from, and I'm going in that red too. So hopefully I don't hurt y'all's ears too much. It is going in that red. My voice is so weird. I want to thank all my viewers, no matter where you view my content at. I probably will not be on the new. I'll keep turning it down. Maybe I won't get too low here. I'm going lower than the line that it's telling me to go home, but it's because it keeps jumping into that red. Uh, they got a little line that tells you about where to put the OBS. I hadn't decided what I'm going to do tonight. My game is real low since I hadn't done that. I don't know how to fix it. It's really low. I've got the volume all the way up. I got the volume all the way up on the game. I might eventually come up with a schedule for here as well in the nighttime. But right now, the schedule for the daytime is twice a week. It felt like it. Hell, I might just jump on every night because I'm usually up at night anyway. I don't remember if I changed her clothes or not. That's gonna go because I don't remember. I gotta go to the casino first. I don't know why that's so low. I can barely hear it. Let's make sure all this is right here. Speakers. And this. Hmm. Now, anyway, I can turn it up, son. It's really low on the computer. I normally can be so loud I can sometimes hear myself. Now it's so low. Okay, let me get started on the game. We'll just not worry about it. I can hear it's just low. I make sure nothing has taken control of it. Like, you know, there's that junk in the whatever that's called, the teams, and that Zoom. It'll take control of your mic too. Is that teams? Well, I want to open it up for a minute to see if make sure it ain't took control of my microphone, my computer and stuff. See what mic it's got set. I don't like it since it's combined my Skype with it. I don't like that at all. Okay, let's see. Oh, here, let's turn that off. Maybe that. Oh, don't use audio. I don't know if it's still going to help. Okay. I know those things used to take over and they would mute my sound. Like, I couldn't hear music or nothing. But I can hear, it's just really low. I'll take a green card today. I could open it up without getting hit. I like how it drives. You always got some slow ass NPC in your way. I need to find those stash houses. We actually ate good tonight. We went to our favorite restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant. Boy, they got some good meat. I tried a different plate tonight. I tried the squash and zucchini and tomatoes. It was a salad, actually, but I just mixed it all together there in the end. Ooh! I put the lettuce and the tomato. After I ate most of the salad, I put the lettuce and tomatoes in with the rice and the zucchini and the squash. And boy, it was delicious. Delish. It's a place called El Trios. We used to go there for karaoke. They quit having the karaoke. Every now and then we'll just ride up there and go eat. I didn't really feel like going, but after I went, I was okay. So I was tired. Like when I got off from gaming, Yesterday I was really sleepy. And my mama told me she wanted to go up there. I said, well, I'll get ready and go up here. I just got my shower, you know. I said, well, if you want to go, I'll go. I'll put some clothes, some shorts and stuff on and get ready and brush my hair. Get up there. Of course, it didn't do no good to brush the damn hair. Wind today, that wind was horrible. It blew my hair the minute I got out of the dang truck. I mean, I had it brushed, but I mean, brush would go out. Neatly brushed. Not just a quick brush, just to brush you half of the day. It blew my hair. Boy, I ate good tonight. I fell asleep at about 1 to 20. That's why I'm a little late. But I was tired when I left, but after I got there, well, that's an ugly car. There's some nice ones there for a couple of days. I didn't mind having some of. I hate when they walk right in your way. Let's go spin the wheel. I'm sure she can spin it. Before I get her on some job today, I might do some racing tonight. I haven't been doing the racing much. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. I got a different controller, so I may not get this. I got the old original controller tonight. Man. Oh, we got it pretty good. Let's see how it goes. Let's see where it gets. Chips, money. Don't give me that old ticket. RP, thank you, Jesus. I don't care for that ticket. I don't buy much. I don't buy much in this games. I don't buy much in any games. If I can't win it or get it on my own, I don't buy it. If I can't get it on my own, you don't like the way I'm living. Let's see if she can earn some. Ladies, cup, long hair, country boy, long. Ain't no boy no more, though. Boy, I'm going to be 50 this year. That's over the hill, man. That's hitting the hill. It ain't really over. Over would be 51. You hit the hill. That's what they used to call that in the old days. Then they started in the 90s, they started this life begins at 50 thing. But I'm glad, though, because with the health issues that I have, I'm actually glad to make it that long. I won't be no boy anymore. 8-1, 13-1, 21-1, 5-1, 2-1. Let's go with 2. I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to lose much. Normally, lately, I've been in the mood to gamble big, but I've been losing big lately too. So that way, I only lose 100. Indeed, if she loses the 100, I'm gonna just walk away. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. Come on, man. Get up there. Come on, baby. Yeah. Wow. Said I walk away anyway. She's got 1,200. She turned 1,000 into 1,200. I think I will walk away because we can earn cash other ways. I don't want to lose. Got to be smart, man. You got to be smart. I'm going to try to eliminate several things in the future. I'm going to try not to do any ranting. As I notice, usually when I rant, I've ran my viewers off. So I'll try not to rant. I'm gonna try to limit the cussing. Because, you might get a bigger audience if you were not to use vulgar language. And it's not really professional anyway. Now, it doesn't really matter because I'm an adult, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you might do better if you didn't do that because there might be some people out there that don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And then, on TV for years, they didn't allow stuff like that. You weren't even allowed to use vulgarity. So I'm going to try to do a little better in those areas. They're trying to tempt me. They're trying to tempt me. Lead me not into temptation. Get behind me, Satan. No, there she is. I found her. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run, and you never count your money. Sinning. Let's see. Cab or pizza? Cab or pizza? I think I'm gonna go with pizza. I think I like the pizza job better than the cab, but I think I want to do some racing. Let's do some racing right now. Let me turn her back around and go back to the cabbie place. Oh, I'm gonna hit my light there. Man, these damn NPCs. We had an incident like that today. We was coming out of our driveway, our street. This old son of a biscuit eater, I called it. This old son of a biscuit eater pulled up. He was going to pull right. My mama started fussing with him. He was going to pull right in front of us and block us from getting out. It's our street, mind you. It used to be a private street. I mean, it used to be actual private. It was a dirt driveway, and my father had it paved. That son of a biscuit eater was going to block us all to keep us from getting out. We'd had to sit and wait on that light when we was just trying to go. We was going we was going to get some gas and we was going to be going in the other direction. She literally started fussing at him. You're not supposed to block off roads. Of course, these idiots, they don't know nothing. They don't know how to drive. Most of these freaking idiots, they don't know how to drive. They're idiots, man. They're idiots. They are idiots, and I'm not ranting. I'm doing a conversation here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We go to jobs. Okay. You pigeon English? These freaking idiots don't know how to drive. Let's go through these. I just want to race. I don't want any. I don't want any of these motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't drive with them too good. Bye. 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 I got any car races? I don't want the bikes, man. I don't drive too well with them on this PS5. Is that a bike? Land race. Okay. I'll lower the traffic. Man, it was hard to drive that terrain. It sure was. It was hard to drive that terrain. I hope y'all can hear the game. I'm having trouble hearing. done that without very few crashes. That's a first. That is a first. What I'm gonna do is after I go off, I'm going to unplug this cord, and I want to plug it over the TV, plug it back up, restart the machine, and see if that fixes the sound issue. That was the first time, man, I ever did anything like that. I don't want no plane. Let's try this one. I'll cut the lap down to one. I have to leave that on. That's going to cause me problems. Always have trouble riding that damn traffic. Okay. Hold on just a second. Let me fix my video. It got paused or something. I try to monitor my streams now because they've been going off. So I monitor them. Yeah, there we go. It's a little behind. I hope it is working. Yeah, it's working. Oh, she gets to use her own car. Now that's neat. Oh, let me pick the green one. Where's my green card? Did I not pick my green one? I guess I can't pick my green. Well, I guess I can do the horn. Get to racing, my Sarah Lee. She gets to racing the Sarah Lee. Oh, I knew it. I knocked its headlight out. Right. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Sarah Lee don't race well. Ooh. Wants to go off the road. Ah, man, I hit another bridge again. That's a tougher. This is a tough road. Sorry about that. I'm not meaning to actually hit the horn that time. I'm trying to get turned. Okay. Just a good old boy. Well, in her case, she's a girl. Just a good old girl. Never meaning no harm. It's all you ever saw with the troubles with the law since the day she was born. Making her way the only way she knows how. That's just a little bit more than those Los Santos cops will allow. Ooh. Oh, Lordy, what's going on? Ooh. Ooh. Dang it. Oh, I made it to the finish line. Let's see what kind of money she earned. 42.90. Go back to free mode for the moment. And I will fix her cash. Put it in the bank. I might go take a job now. Huh. Better Sarah, I bet her car, green car's at the still at the cabbie place. Yeah, I forgot about that. I left it at the cabbie, but well, we need to do some stealing anyway. Let me go find her a car to steal, and she can go sell the car that she steals.
Lucinda, what's up, homegirl? I'm not going to that place. It's full of fucking hipsters.
I'm making the way the only way she knows how. And that's just a little bit more than those Los Angeles cops are allowed. Los Angeles cops are allowed. Don't want that. I won't no too expensive car. No, you can't sell it. I wouldn't mind if I could sell it.
Holy shit!
Oh, you know, people goes on about terms you don't like. I don't like that one. Okay. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do first? Let's just take a joyride. I'll take a joyride in it before I sell it. A little bit of mayhem. Mayhem in the streets of Los Santos. Woohoo! She's done a little bit of mayhem before she sells the stolen car. Ooh! Woohoo! I want to thank everybody that's joined me tonight. I see I got a few viewers there tonight. I thank each and every one of y'all. Whether you watch my videos or live streams, be sure to follow or subscribe if it's called subscribe. Try not to hit any people. I don't want no damn police on me right now. She just wants to have some fun. She want to have some Santos fun. We are at the panties. I could have went down and sold it. We'll go back down to the Eclipse and then we'll come back around. Ooh, yeah! Oh. Bunko Axel will always cuss, though. When he speaks, he'll always cuss. What fun with Bunko Axel, baby? Didn't cuss much, blood. Gotta start taping my matches for the spring bro. It'll be May before I get it done. That's one of the reasons why I'm taking off from daily streaming, so I'll have time to do videos and stuff too. So I may or may not be on at night. It just depends. If I can get on, I'll be on. But if I'm doing anything, I won't be on. Because I like my nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. I always gamed at the nighttime. Unless I couldn't get it set up. Nighttime is the right time. It'll be exclusively on Rumble. And one good news is I don't have to censor my mouth about my beliefs. You know, on Twitch, there's certain things that I don't know if you can get by with. And I don't know. I've noticed there's some streams up right now that normally get taken down. I'm not going to name them just in case. But Twitch hasn't always had the best policy. Like, say, if you mention the Palestinian thing, they will, and if you're pro, I don't know about the Jewish side. And you know me, here's me, as long as you're not calling for it. Now, if you're calling for harm and you're wanting death to you know what, and all that, I'm not going to mention just in case. Even if Rumble gets picky. I'm not going to say the actual country, but you know it's got the blue and white flag. And everybody hates on them. Chanting death to a nation or death to people and all this other stuff. I could actually see banning, but like say you got a pro-Palestinian person, they don't like what's going on and they complain and then their channel gets banned. That's not right, man. I mean, even though whether I agree with them or not, here's me, I'm America first always. And I believe Israel does have a right to defend itself. And if those Hamas and people like that attack them, I say, let them loose. Let them protect themselves. But now I'm not one of the Israeli bootlickers, if you want to know what I mean. You know, these Christians, they feel like they're sucker punched into, I got a dang mosquito in here. They think they just have to support Israel when because they're told that they're God's chosen people. Now, yes, he was the people that he chose to speak to. But now when he died on the cross, and if you read what Paul preaches, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. That means you were drafted into that same lineage. They all have to come through Jesus. He tolerated the ignorance, but he accredited that anyway. He credited that to, like, say, what Abraham and them did. He credited that to Jesus. He did. I mean, that's what the New Testament tells you in the letters and things. You can read it. There's a lot of these people who takes that too far. They worship the Jews. I'm not on that board. But I don't hate them either. So I don't get no hate towards them. And I think there's a lot of hatred right now. I mean, I see it, and it's almost like when you go back and you read the narrative before Hitler, and particularly in Germany, there was an anti-Jew language going on, and I think the same thing goes on today because of what they do to the Palestinians. You know what? All governments are bad. I'm gonna tell you, every single one, including our own. We need to clean our own up. Ours really has went to hell. That's what Trump's trying to do. He's trying, and people think he's the bad one. He's not the bad one. Even his tariffs and things. That mosquito's aggravating tea out of me. If it lands, I'll kill it. It'll be a dead skeeter. Let's talk a little bit of Southern talk. Be a dead skater. Get over here, look at that hole. I want to see him was the ugly one. Yeah, it look like a crack hole. It's like a crack hole. The whole train. I gotta go get her green car. That's where I'm going. I might take a pizza job before I get a green car. I love that green car, man. Besides my Sarah Lee, that's my favorite car. Followed by the third, what I call the Hank Williams. I should have drove that Batmobile thing that I call the Bruce Wayne in honor of Val Kilmer. Well, I didn't, y'all know, I seen him in probably in Top Gun and other movies. But when I really, really noticed him was after he played Jim Morrison. I know I seen him in Top Gun. I didn't really watch Top Gun like we would be in the background. I finally fully watched the movie. My sister had took a trip to Vegas. She used to take a yearly trip to Vegas, and we would watch the soap operas when she'd get home. So, um, I didn't have much to do for that week, so I noticed that was it Paramount or is it the other one, Peacock? Paramount, I believe it's Paramount. I believe Paramount got the new one and it. Well, I went ahead and watched the old one first because I never really watched it, and I did, but I didn't because I just see it in parts, like when it was on in the background of the television. Sometimes we were crazy when we were kids. We'd sometimes turn the TV on. We'd get on the floor and play with our toys, like our Star Wars guys, or you name it, G.I. Joe, or Army Men, or whatever we was playing with. We just put the TV in the background. Oh Lord, it's worse with this control. I think it works better with the new one that does this one. The one I bought it wasn't new, it was like a refurb. I might go have to get her off early. Of course, the stick is tighter. It must not have been as wore out as I thought it was. This is the original controller to come with. Forgot how to get her off. This is my original controller to come with the PS5. Then I bought a blue one. Yeah. Now I got the purple. They're finally releasing the Switch 2, I think, aren't they? That's what I'm reading. It's going to start at $400. That's not really a bad price. It's kind of high price. But I think that's pretty fair and decent. But don't, from what I can tell, what the pictures I'm seeing, the only thing I'm noticing is a 2 on it as far as the look. Now that might not be a real, those may be AI generated or something, you never know. That's not really a bad price. I might eventually get one when you can actually find them. They'll probably be hard to find at first. It took me forever to get the original Switch. I mean, forever. I haven't been playing my Switch. I'm going to wait and see what it does. Like, if it holds up and it gets, there was some games that they wouldn't put on Switch original. This was one of them they wouldn't ever put. I'm going to wait because if it don't do great things, I'm not going to bother. It's going to depend on how good a spec. I mean, I'm not even talking about the look and stuff. I'm talking about its power. If it's just going to be an upgraded handheld, I'm not going to fool with it. But now, if I see it does, because I didn't hurt out of all the consoles, the Switch has been the least I've played. Now, I'm going to tell you, it does have a game on it I really love. There's this game called Wrestling Empire. I need to get it out and play it. I ain't played it in a while, by the way. But out of all the consoles, it's been the least I played. Like for years, I played my Xbox even over the PS5. But lately, I've been playing PS5 over the Xbox. But now Nintendo was always the third rate. Probably because you can play GTA on it. You can get the whatever they call that, the definitive collection or whatever it was. I should have bought it on here because at least I would have had GTA on my Switch. I ended up buying the definitive collection on Xbox. I wish I'd have bought it on the Switch. And the price tag, have you seen the price tag they're planning to make the games? $80 and beyond. So I'm not sure I will even get it. You know what I'm saying? But now I have a feeling when the new consoles come out, whether it be PS or Xbox, they probably gonna go to higher games too. So they'll probably start making higher games on their own system. These games are already too outrageous, by the way. If they keep going up like they're doing, games are going to eventually going to take out a loan to get one. I bought the WWE in payments. I'm making payments on it. Monthly payments. I should have done that for those I bought last year. Because I'm in debt with those. For my Amazon store card. And I got to pay that Amazon store card off. I didn't discover the payment thing until later. I'm not gonna do that all the time, by the way. Of course, the best thing to do, and I noticed it. I saw some dude the other day say he got it for $45. That is $20 cheaper. I done that with Cyberpunk, by the way. I really, really wanted the thing, but I waited, and then that Thanksgiving, right before the Blue Friday, Blue Friday. Right before the Black Friday, Walmart and several other places dropped it for $45. Which I don't really count $45 a bad price. I count $70 bad. And that's too high. I'm sorry. People can say what they want to about me. It's just a freaking game. And people say, well, Nintendo was that. Sony wasn't like that. In the old days, Sony was about $40. I'm talking about the original price. I'm talking about back in the day. Most of their, it also depends on where you got them. I always got mine at Kmart's and Walmart's. I never did go to those shopping centers. I never did go to those mall stores. You went to a mall store, you got taken, man. Of course, now that's having to pay for a spot in the mall, so you got to look at it that way. I always got mine at Walmart's and Kmart's. And that was the back in the day. But sometimes my mom would be going to just to do something, shop or something. So I wouldn't feel like going out, so I'd give her some money. I'd say, look in the cabinet. I'm bored. I want a new game. Look in the cabinet and read me all some games. She'd she'd call me. She'd tell me what she saw. I'd say, get that one. I think I'll tell you one that was similar to that. Uh, the was it Road Rash? I believe it was Road Rash. Oh yeah, I remember what I did with that. I seen it the day before, and I didn't have no money, and she was going back, and I remember I said, I seen a game I'm interested in. I want you to pick it up since you're going back. I gave her the money, and that's one. It ended up becoming one of my. I played that game for years. It was one of my favorites. My favorite of the favorites. I mean, I still playing it on PS2 and all the way into PS3 for years. Road Rash, I believe it's the one called 3D. I got the other one too. That's the one with the police in it. You can play the police too. The other Road Rash. But Road Rash 3D was the one that I loved the most. Yeah, I remember that's what it was. I told her I seen she was going back. If that game's still there, get it, so she got it for me. Because I'd seen it the night before. We were out and I didn't have my money with me. I didn't have no cash on me. You see, I may have stayed at home, but I've always paid for myself. So people can't criticize me there. I buy my own stuff. I don't live off my parents. That's where the lie is. That's where the lie is. Indeed, I pay monthly for my living here. I just didn't have enough money to rent a place. Now today, I could have probably done it with if I didn't have all that credit debt. But then I'd still have to worry about food and stuff. Rent is high. Oh, I think they can move you around on Section 8. I wouldn't even do that. I don't want to just be put where the fuck they put me. I'm sorry. That's not a life. That's socialism. Besides, there's nothing really wrong. People used to do it all the time in the old days. They changed the way everything was. Families used to actually stay together. Do you know this whole street back here, with the exception of a couple people, was family? Indeed, the whole entire area here is named, part of it's our family. They were all family, all the way around the railroad track there. They were all family. That's the way it used to be in New York, too. Savage tells that tale of his section, where they were all family. Families used to stay together. This getting away from the family started later on. They went cold, as usual. This one's here somewhere, and it's starting to do that stuff, and that sun's going to blind me. I see it. Let me get closer. Problem is, you can't drive on that side of the street. I need to be going the other way. Let's see. I see the door anyway. If I can see the door, I'm fine. We coming on it. Just gotta get parked directly in it. And I can get off and find it. Is it over here? See if it. Nah, it ain't there because she can't get off. If I can walk around and see the. By the way, that was what was wrong with one of our neighbors. We loved that neighbor. She was really good. She helped us take care of our dog and everything. They finally they had she had to go live with some other people. She was one of those Section 8 people. We don't know where she's at now. Our dog, he loved her. Of course, she'd feed him really. She'd feed him stuff, good, really good stuff. We just buy him dog food and stuff. She'd feed him her food. No wonder he loved her. She'd feed him her leftovers. Some of that stuff looked like it was good stuff. Oh God, I'm gonna hit that tree. I was criticized on it and stuff, but it wasn't really it ain't really anybody's fucking business. And I cussed, yeah. It's not really anybody's fucking business. They need to mind their own businesses. Stay out of other people's. Stay out of other people's, just saying. I don't want to start on that again, but now your fucking business. Mind your own business. It's not like I was taking advantage of anybody. I just stayed at home because I didn't have money to rent a place. Believe me, I looked into it. I wanted my own place. At the time, at the money I had, there's this one place in Dalton I could have rented. And they explained it. Very bad neighborhood and a leaky bathroom roof. That was what was available to me at that time. You think I'm going to live in a really bad neighborhood? Fuck that bullshit. I'd stay at home any day. But I didn't really know nobody, no explanation. They weren't none of their damn business. People that were criticizing wasn't none of their business. I was nothing to them. I wasn't related to them. They were just, let's put it this way, they were just fans in a crowd. They weren't even friends of mine. Fans in a crowd of the show that I attended. Fans in a crowd at a show I attended. That's what they were. Where's that still? Oh, there it is. I run right into it. There we go. Praise you, Jesus. I've always paid for my living since I've had my check. I just didn't pay for an actual place to live. Where did I leave the motorcycle? In some ways I did, though, because when they worked out when I moved to the next door, they counted that as rent. What I paid her as rent. They worked it out, and they worked out what amount I'd pay for the food and the amount I'd pay for the living. It wasn't really a rent, but it was a living fee. Is how it was called. The food and the living. Mama didn't count it as rent. She wasn't going to rent. She wasn't going to charge rent. See, her people, they had they originally had built a small house, but with the plans to upgrade, next door on the other property, they built another one. They actually built another one, the other one too. They sold that one. That one got sold through other, sold that one. But now that come out of other things. I'm not gonna go into that. That was
Hey there,
personal
Uncle.
details,
Have a
and
nice weekend. I'm hitting the beach.
that got out of the family through other another way, and it was personal stuff. I've lost the bike. I have lost the bike. Is that it? Yes. Praise you, Jesus. I found it. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get out of here. But now the whole area used to be just family. Now it's illegal aliens, probably. They don't speak English. And I don't think they're all here illegally. I'm just going to say that. Dalton was one of the hot spots for the illegal aliens. Now, I have no way of knowing whether they're legal or illegal. But now I would assume. They don't even speak, they can't even speak English. Like, you can't talk to them if you need to.
Yes, I know.
Like, if you get their mail or something, you can't talk to them. That's all that's here now, but it used to be all family and a few other people. Like the woman across the street from my mother, they weren't family, I don't think. I forgot how they got here. I don't remember the story when they bought in. I don't think they were family. And then there was several other houses that weren't family. The majority of them are all family. But our name's actually in the whole entire street. My family's on my mother's side. Our name is in the actual street. I mean, all the way around Dalton. In this street too, including this street. I think got north, and I think they got other extensions of it. Our name is actually in the street sign. Cause that was my mother's people. That's where her mother comes from. Oh man, it's done that stuff. So when you're riding around Dalton and you see that main sign, the first part's one other side of the people that owned it, and the other part's ours, the last part. The wood in it. The wood. The wood in it. The wood is ours. That was my mama's people. We would sort of be like those, they called that show the originals in the vampire shows. We'd be like the originals.
Yo, what's up?
We'd be like the originals.
No, I'm not Jimmy. Aren't you Jimmy?
And it's here. Where is it?
No, I thought you were Jimmy. You Titanic idiot.
It's across.
Why did you say
Nothing
you were
across.
before? Screw you,
So, oh, I see it.
asshole.
Asshole. He's tilting me to cuss because I want to mock him. That mosquito's aggravating the piss out of me. I don't know why that got in here. So we got unusual. Well, I'm going to tell y'all something. They're trying to hype us weather thing. How many she got left? She only had 3. It's probably going to time out. Because I'm delivering them extra slow. I see 2 more. We'll go as long. I'll let it go as long as it goes.
I need to ask you something.
If it times out, we just time out. She has delivered 3 of them, though. I've had a pretty good night either way, as I earned with that racing. So if it does time out, I'm not going to worry about it. All is good. The old lady that lived here was always pushing to change the name. And you know what I told my mama? I said, you do know why she wants to change that, don't you? Why? I said, because it's got your people's name in it, and that's why she's telling it to your face. I said, I know how people are. And I said, that's what she's doing. She wants to, she pushed for years. She knew that one of them old politicians down there in Georgia. And she was pushing to change the name of this place. And I told my mom, I said, and she's literally just telling you. She is? I said, yeah, that's what she's doing. She knew your people was kin, and she's telling you that she wants the street change because of that. I knew what she was doing. I ain't no ignoramus. I wasn't born yesterday. She wanted that name changed because it had my mother's mama's last name in it, and she knew it. She knew it. That's the reason she kept telling her. She was hinting around, basically. She was telling her without telling her. It's around here somewhere. I see it. Yes, she said, you think that's what she's doing? I said, I know that's what she's doing. People get nipped over the silliest bullshit. Silly bullshit. It's silly, man. Some of the things these petty people are petty over. Yeah, I'll get petty when you start in with me. And I'll give you your bull crap back. I don't worry about all this old silly bullshit. You know, titles don't really mean anything. There's a lot of people thinking their title means something. Listen to Jesus. Read the Bible and see if you think titles matter. Read the Bible. Actually read it. And don't go on about being a doctor and all this other stuff. People actually think that these titles, they mean nothing. And at the end of the day, you're going to be in the cemetery or ashes, just like everybody else. You're going to be in the urn. You're going to be in the graveyard. At the end of the day, you're going to live, you're going to die, and you're going to be in the grave until resurrection day. Now that's when your title is going to matter. When you go up before Jesus, it's just like what's his name's son. It's just like what the only day my name's going to get called when Jesus on Judgment Day. David Allen Coe. These people that act like their doctorates matter and their titles matter and what they've done's mattered. It don't mean a damn thing. 100 years from now, every single one of these people is going to be gone. And it's going to be other people. See, like I was talking about, even this street here, this whole area. It used to be family and a few people that weren't family. Now it is foreigners that don't even speak our freaking tongue, with the exception of some from another state. By the way, they're good people. They've always helped us out and stuff. I got nothing against them. They're from another area. They're close to an area that my people originated from, where they immigrated from when they ran out of jobs. It's a state over there, that area. They speak English. They're good people. They've helped us several times. They've helped us several times. They're good people. I won't say nothing about them. They're the only ones that speak English that I know of. Some of them we've never seen. They go running in their houses and never even seen them. My mama was talking about that today while we was going to the restaurant. She says, I've never even seen the people live there. They go running in. I see cars parked there, but I've never actually seen the people. I don't know who's there. Your title means anything. Like even all those great authors and painters and all that are dead now, it don't mean a thing. Yeah, people knows who they are. But they're gone. Their titles meant nothing. It's like Estelices says. I can't even say the word. Ecclesiastes. It's in the Bible. None of that stuff's gonna mean a thing. None of it. None of it. You might as well just enjoy your life. Quit keeping up with what everybody else is doing. I'm just giving some general talk here. Quit worrying about what everybody else is doing and worry about yourself. Make yourself and your family happy. Oh God, I got on the interstate. I hate the interstate. If I don't need to go on it, I don't want to go on it. I guess I'm going to have to. That pizza's close there. People worry about the silliest things. Silly, man. Competing with other people. What is with that? That's silly, too. Run your own race. Stay in your own lane. Run your own race and stay in your own lane. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Do what makes you happy. And I know that's not really completely 100% biblical because sometimes things that makes people happy isn't godly. That's between you and the Lord anyway. I ain't going to get involved with that. That's what's wrong with our world. We got too many people sticking their noses in everybody else's business. You can't force somebody to live right. Or what you think is right. Even if the Bible says it. You can't force that on nobody. They got to make that decision for themselves. As a lot of people don't like hearing that. These busybodies that stick their noses in everybody. Oh, there it is. There it is. I wonder if it's the last one. Nah, it probably ain't. That thing has aggravated the piss out of me. It was. We did it. We actually succeeded today. I actually succeeded. Now I'll try to get her back home. But first, let me put her money in the bank on. She did some good money today. Between the racing and the pizza gig and the 2,000 she earned for being good. She did pretty good. She earned, it was a good day. You know, like Friday, that song that Ice Cube did. It was a good day. Of course, it was the AM hour. I gotta try to get me a ice water and get this mosquito when I get done. This son bitch is aggravating the piss out of me. And it's doing its junk. Gotta figure out which way I need to be going. Okay, I think I might be going right. That thing's gonna aggravate me. I hope it don't land on my face here. ugly thing. I'm gonna kill you, skater. You got that, skater? When I get done, you're dead, mother effer. I'm gonna kill that skater. I'm gonna kill that skater. I don't need to hear from him right now. God, don't you hit me, you bum. You bum. Don't you hit me, you bum. Oh, we're close. We're at Hal's Garage. That means it's around the corner, man. That means I'm around the pizza joint here. Is that it? That's it, ain't it? That's it. The pizza joint. Now I'm going to leave the bike. I didn't want it. Can we not just leave it? I guess I have to just get off of it. Now I'm going to run down here and get her green car. We're going to take it home, and then I'm going to change her clothes for the night. Then I'm going to call it a night. And thank y'all for watching. I thank every one of y'all viewers. I lost most of them. I had a few more. Might have not liked my talk about things not titles and stuff not matter. See, but I've fully read the Bible, so I don't think some people read it. There's probably some of it I couldn't tell you, but I've read enough to know that your titles don't mean a damn thing on this earth. What title's going to matter is when you face Jesus. When he assigns your titles, you know, he's going to give out the rewards, which is what your works are for. A lot of people get their works confused with salvation. The salvation is free. The rest of it you're going to earn, and that's what you did for the kingdom. You'll either be great or small based on, and they say some people will cry. And I'll probably be one of the criers. Oh no, I tend to be, I think I'd be thankful just knowing I made it. I'm going to be honest, I'd probably just kiss his feet, tell him, well, I'm thankful you just you have me here. But sometimes I can get mean. But you know what? Probably some of those people did too. They were human beings. I know Moses did. He struck the rock. That's why he wasn't allowed to see the promised land. Because he got mad. And God told him, and then he let him see him when he was passing. Was that Abraham? Oh! That's Moses. Yeah, it's Moses. Because Joshua and them were next. Joshua put the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua put the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. He got mad and struck the rock. These things are just determined to make sure I smash my green car up. These freaking NPCs. Joshua put the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua put the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. Now, I'm not saying if that's what you want to do, and that's your goal in life, is to, because, you know, usually one thing those titles do usually mean, like say if you're a doctor, you're probably going to get paid good. And I believe in prosperity. I'm not one of the what's that called? I'm not one of the the gospel of poverty people. Indeed. I believe if it's possible, you should become a quadruple in an heir. Now, that's probably not possible. But now, if it was possible, I would say be a quadruple. I can't even say that. Quadruple heir. Trillionaire. Billionaire. Millionaire. Be as great as you can be. Because, you know what? They like to use all those verses about money being evil and all that stuff. But now he also said you will Lend, but you will not borrow. That means you were well off. That means you were able to take care of yourself. That means there's nothing wrong. He's talking about greedy rich people like George Soros that have allowed money to darken their hearts. That is what Jesus was talking about. He wasn't telling you to live in poverty. And there's a part, it's shame to even have anything. Like, I'm gonna name one of my favorite artists. I don't know if this is real or not. It it probably was. They said he was always ashamed that he made it. Ashamed that he had plenty. He's one of my favorites. But now I disagree with that aspect. I disagree with that kind of thought. I say get it. Just don't let it darken your heart. Don't let it make you a greedy person. And also, do some good with it if you feel that need. And you probably should. I mean, when God blesses you, He blesses you so you can bless others. Not just to bless yourself. That's one of the things I pick up from writing the Hour Brown and them. Be a blessing after the Lord blesses you. And never forget, this is the big part, never forget why you got it. Don't think it was something you did. Even if you earned it, He allowed you to earn it. Always give Him His glory. It was Him. Now, that's what's wrong with people. That's what they don't like. I did this. I built this. No. You did what God allowed you to do. Because I will use me as an example. I haven't did much. But now I have a big heart of desires. I've never done any of it. But if He allowed me to do them, I would do them. You see what I'm saying? And it would take Him, by the way, with all my health issues and things. It would take Him to do it. Because that's what got in the way of a lot of it. I had dreams. But always remember that He's the one that does it. You don't do anything that He don't let you do. And if you do it, you got the blessing from the other guy. You know, they are a lot of very, very wicked people that got blessed. And you know where their blessing come from. It wasn't God that done that. Most of them have sold their souls. But now there is one thing though. Now it's a work in progress of set in motion. They could have done some good things here and there, even though they were wicked people, and they got blessed based on their goodness. Because you get blessed or cursed, aka reap and sow how you live. If you go around doing people dirty, you're going to reap dirty. Now that is one good thing, and I've noticed that with some of these people. I've noticed sometimes they're charitable. Maybe their charity is what helped them be blessed, even though they weren't godly people. Because you do reap what you sow. And that's all throughout the Bible. That is Old and New Testament. God is not mocked, as Galatians. I'm pretty sure it is. God is not mocked. I'm going to look it up. I think it's Galatians. I've about memorized it. Mocked, you reap what you sow. I'll tell you here in a minute. I believe it's Galatians. Galatians 6:7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, this he will also reap. You will be blessed or cursed. People think, oh, I'm Christian, I'm blessed. No. You go out here living wicked, you're going to reap wickedness. You go stabbing your friends in the back and stealing and robbing and hurting people. You might get your soul saved because salvation is a gift. You don't work for the salvation. But you will reap what you sow. What you sow, you will reap. That's what I'm trying to remind myself about getting mean back, because I need to just let them. I don't need to take on their sins. They already committed their sins. And I'm talking about anything that's ever happened to me. I'm talking about back to that woman at school that tormented me, that social worker. She tormented many children, by the way. And a lot of them she got her way with. At least God, I got to praise him here because he didn't allow her to hurt me. She wanted to take me out of my home just for not listening to her, which is really what it was. She wasn't my God. I didn't have to listen to her. She didn't have no. The only authority she had over me was at that when I was there at that school. And if I wasn't doing nothing wrong, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. That's the only authority she had over me. You know, like Jesus said to Pilate, the only authority you got is authority been given above. I didn't owe her anything. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that tale again. Because I've been trying to turn it all over to the Lord. I'm trying to clean my own nose. Clean up your own backyard. I'm trying to clean up my own backyard. But I don't need to take on the sins of other people and their wickedness. And when I start getting mean and snippety back and all this other stuff and getting out of God's will, I'm taking on their sins. But let me put her some clothes on. And I thank y'all for watching. But it was kind of nice to not have to fully watch, because I don't think you're really going to get banned for anything on the Rumble, especially where free speech is concerned. Now, I would say if people's talking some really, really bad things, I say you could probably get banned. I'm not going to push that, but I don't do it anyway, because I try to be a decent person. My wish is to live in peace, peacefully with everybody as possible. That's another scripture. Let's see if we can find it. I know it's a scripture about living and being as peaceably as possible. There's also scriptures about keeping your nose out of other people's business, like I was talking about tonight. Okay, Romans 12:18 says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. The King James says, this is just what come up when I typed that in. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. There's several different translations. I'm going to church on another thing here, keeping your nose out of people's business. Because I have seen these scriptures. I want to read some of them. Let's give some lessons on the Bible here. In the Bible. Things that you won't hear most people preach because they like telling the other people how to live. 10 important verses about minding your own business. Proverbs 1, interfering in someone else's argument is foolish, as yanking a dog's ears. That's Proverbs 26:17. 1 Thessalonians. This is New Testament. I love quoting the New Testament, because the New Testament, that's what we're really supposed to live for. The Old Testament is for our knowledge of the history of what lived. But now the New Testament, the Thessalonians 4:10-12. Indeed, you already show your love for all believers throughout Macedonia. Even so, dear brothers and sisters, we urge you to love them even more. Make it your goal to live. Listen to this. Don't be butting your nose in other people's business. Live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands, just as instructed you before. Them people who are not Christians will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. Second 3:2, Second Thessalonians. We hear that some of you are living in idleness. You are not busy working. You are busy interfering with other people's lives. Sometimes even workers do this. I've noticed that people, work. They use their work and throw off on people they think's lower than them. We order and encourage such people by the Lord Jesus the Messiah to do their work quietly and earn their own living. Brothers, do not get tired of doing what is right. Mind your own business. 1 Peter 4:15 through 16. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs. Did you notice that? It must not be for murder, for stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs. If I lost my viewers, so be it. But it is no shame to suffer for being a Christian. That means it's okay to suffer for his name. You know, that's one of the things that I get irritated about. Although it probably really is, because it's probably because I've got his favor, and people probably notice the minute I walk in the door. A lot of times, the stuff they attack me on is for me. If it were for him, I usually got a praise Jesus moment. But when I just don't, but I need to just look at it that he said they hate me, they'll hate you also. 5 Exodus, this goes back to the Old Testament, 23, 1 through 2. You must not pass along false rumors. You must not cooperate with evil people by lying on the witness stand. You must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you are called to testify in a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist justice. Now, that goes on all the time in our current world with the Facebook and all that. You get all these sides, and people take their sides. And by the way, when I'm telling them, I'm just telling what happened to me. I'm not expecting anybody to take my side, because I realize you don't know that person. It's not your problem. But now I will say, hey, this person done me wrong. And I will say it, and I don't care whether people look at it as gossiping or this and that. I'm going to speak my mind. But now you got a lot of that goes on today. They'll all take sides and they'll destroy people. Cancel culture. God would whip the tables with that stuff. Jesus would whip the tables. Destroying people. Ganging up on people. Indeed, they had a way you done it. You're supposed to take them before the witnesses. And then if the witness didn't hear it, they took it before the council, and the council and the church. Now, this was the Christians. And then if that didn't happen, they let them with their merry own way. That's the way it used to work. Let's see what kind of jeans we can give her. I'll just give her the navy. Okay, let's give her some different shoes. I'm going to leave the hat on because she might take some more pizza jobs. These busybodies like sticking their noses in everybody else's business. And it's ungodly. It's unbiblical and it's ungodly. And I'm probably done. No, I've actually got 3 viewers left. That's good. I'm fixing to get off anyway. So next time somebody sticks in your business and you've heard my stream, you know it's unbiblical. And you know you got the right to call them out. You should tell them to mind their own business. Because they don't got no right. It don't matter if they're doing it in a godly way. Thinking they're godlier than you. The Bible instructs otherwise. It says there was a whole bunch here. I could have read more. I'm just getting off. Next time someone tells you, starts trying to instruct you on things and they don't really have a business. I mean, I'm not talking about your father. I'm not talking about your mother. I'm not talking about your pastor that's over you and you're in his church and he's trying to instruct you Yeah, you could probably still use your own wisdom there because he was just trying to, like he's not looking out for your best interest. If he's trying to give you some advice, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about nosy people who come on putting their junk on you, like these people that criticized me on how I lived, what decisions I made for my best interest. That was none of their business. These weren't family. These weren't nobodies. These were nobodies to be preaching to me. And then get mad because I didn't take it. And start a war over it. Because I didn't listen. And I got smart and I got mean. I should have just said it wasn't none of my business. And I realized none of their business. And I realized where I made my mistake a long time ago. But that you can't go back to the past. But now, if this situation ever arises again, I say, hey, mind your own business. And then when they start getting mean, I'm just going to leave them to God because he's going to handle them. He's got it in his test. He's got it in his book, Old and New Testament, telling people to mind their own freaking business. So that means he's going to handle it. I don't have to worry about it. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Have a good day. If you watch the stream and the people that watch us in the future, thank you for watching. But I just gave you a lesson there. You know people don't have a right to, biblically speaking, even if you don't believe in the Bible, even if you're one of these people that are atheists, you don't have to tolerate. If there was some Christian in your past that made you mad at God, because that's happened to some people. Some people were so turned off by nasty, negative busybodies sticking their noses in everybody's business that they even left God. Just remember, you've learned otherwise, and you can look these up yourself. Just go Googling it. Google scriptures based on minding your own business. They're out there. They don't have a right to do you that way. I'll see y'all next time. God bless you. God bless you. Have a good day. I can't tell you I'll be on every day, but if I'm on post my schedule next Monday, I will be here on Rumble. Or probably one of those. I might even send it to one of those other options I don't ever go on. I've got them set up. I just don't ever use them. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good day.